G'day everyone, Artist Wayne here on a quest to find the world's largest monster sharks. So join me on this journey of discovery as I endeavour to separate fact from fiction. And yes, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Before Carcaradon carcarius, more commonly known as the great white shark, there was an even larger shark called Carcaradon Megalodon. Abundant fossil evidence shows that it lived during the Middle and Late Tertiary, as far back as 50 million years ago, and probably swam through the same seas as the modern white shark, plying pretty much the same trade. It was not the direct or immediate ancestor of the white shark, but was surely a close relative. Most likely its evolutionary great uncle. At a length of 50 feet or more, it was probably the most terrifying predator that has ever lived. But what if it's still out there? Join me as we search for the largest sharks that have ever been recorded. For decades, many ichthyological works, as well as the Guinness Book of Records, listed two great white sharks as the largest individuals. In the 1870s, a 10.9 metre, 36 foot great white captured in southern Australian waters near Port Fairy, and an 11.3 metre, 37 foot shark trapped in a herring weir in New Brunswick, Canada in the 1930s. However, these measurements were not obtained in a rigorous, scientifically valid manner, and researchers have questioned the reliability of these measurements for a long time. So what is the maximum size of a great white shark? Because there's something morbidly fascinating about a giant shark, something that touches a chord in all of us. Many things frighten us, but the fear of sharks is somehow unlike most of our other fears. So let us take a look at some of the largest sharks ever recorded. Like the 21-foot Cuban monster from 1945. The 22-foot white shark caught off Kangaroo Island, Australia. This monster was too heavy to bring in whole. The almost 4,000-pound female white shark caught on a long line off Okinawa in 1981, measuring 16.5 feet. And a second monster female caught in the same place in 1985. The monstrously big 5,000-pound 21-footer caught on hook suspended from a floating oil drum in 1984 Australia by Vic Hislop, the shark hunter. Possibly the largest white shark ever measured, reported as a 23-footer, it was caught by Alfred Kuteschar off Malta in the Mediterranean in 1987. Its stomach contained a 6-foot blue shark, an 8-foot dolphin, and a sea turtle. But are there even larger white sharks swimming beneath the surface? Larger sharks than the 20-foot long female, deep blue? Well, it's quite possible there are. In 1918, an incident so affected the seasoned crayfishermen of Port Stephens, north of Newcastle, Australia, they refused for several days to go out to their customary deep water grounds off Broughton Island. It seems that one afternoon, the living daylights had been scared out of them when a shark of the most awesome proportions joined the party. This startling monster, its terrible head, at least as large as the wharf shed at Nelson Bay, began swallowing their crayfish pots, some as much as a metre in diameter, containing as many as 3 dozen fair-sized crays. The creature even took the mooring lines. In their time, these men had seen huge sharks, even bigger whales, but never anything like this. They estimated the shark to be 35 metres long. The local fisheries inspector accepted and recorded their estimation. Another story from Australia tells of a skipper in 1960 on a charter fishing boat off the coast of Queensland. The skipper was on the bridge making a sweep with his binoculars when suddenly he focused on a massive grey bulk moving slowly up from the depths. In amazement, he realised it was an enormous fish with huge fins and a tail bigger than the tail of any whale he had ever seen. He yelled to the crew that there was a whale off the starboard quarter, but when he looked again he shouted, "My God, it's not a whale, it's a bloody shark, a giant shark." The wide-eyed crew saw the shark move in under their boat, where it hovered in its shadow for a full 15 minutes. They agreed that from stem to stern, the monster shark was the length of their boat, 26 metres. So are there still giant sharks the size of Megalodon lurking beneath the surface, or just in our imaginations? Well, I leave that up to you. I'm artist Wayne Dowson, and thanks for watching, everyone.